Here at Hillside Memorial Park and Cemetery in Culver City, and I'm beginning my tour of the Three Stooges graves. And that's because the Three Stooges are inspiring to everybody. I used to watch them as a kid all the time, and I just recently bought the box set, which is incredible, for less than 40 bucks. We have everything that they did, and of course here's their leader, Mo Howard, and you can see he was born in 1897, died in 1975, and right next to him is Helen Howard, which I believe is his wife. She also died in 1975, so they went almost together. And this is kind of hard to find. You make a left from the main gate, well, kind of a left. You make a right, and then you go all the way around back to the left. And then all the crypts are on the, I believe, east side of the cemetery. I'm not from this area, so I could be incorrect, but anyway, you see a bunch of mortuaries, and this is the Alcove of Love, Wall C, Crypt 233. Da 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 da. Well, I'm in the corridor of eternal life at Home of Peace Memorial Park. This cemetery is very old and amazing. Inside here is the space of Shemp Howard, one of the Three Stooges. The original Three Stooge, he came up with the premise of the Three Stooges. Born in 1895, died in 1955. Somebody placed an apple in his flower holder there. This whole facility is amazing. It's hard to get into this mausoleum. There's metal gates on the entry side. So if you go around the back, there's a whole bunch of doors, and you just have to try several of them until you get lucky. But obviously a lot of people visit him because there's a lot of things that people place, bicycle cards and stones and coins. It's amazing. We're looking across to the mausoleum from the back right corner of the cemetery, and this place is jam-packed full of people. They're wall to wall. It's very hard to find Curly. I had a nice gentleman on a backhoe that helped us find him and Shemp inside the mausoleum as well. But for reference, okay, so I'm in the back corner looking at the mausoleum, and I'm going to slowly go around, and you can see there's some trees back here that are along a row of houses at the very back. And then there's a road on the north side that you're going to drive about halfway up between the mausoleum and this upper tier of stones. And when you get to, let's see, what's a good reference point here? I can't tell what's a good, oh, there you go. There's one gravestone that's shaped like a heart on the south side of this road with the name Al-Hadif or Al-Hadef on it. When you get to that, it's got an eagle, a heart with an eagle on it. When you get to that, go to the north side of the street and go 5 rows up, and you will find Jerome Howard, beloved husband, father, and brother, Jerome Howard. Now, this is actually Curly, as you know him from the Three Stooges. And he's visited often, it appears, because there are a lot of things left on his grave. Now, what's interesting about this place, besides the fact that there's so many people buried here, is that these appear to be at least somewhat above ground crypts. And they're all starting to crack and fall apart, and they're a little crooked, and you know, it looks like earthquakes and things have taken its toll. Curly's leaning a little bit to the right, but It's an amazing place. There's another grave. Look at that. There's another cemetery right on the opposite side of that fence. It's not the same facility, right? Well, anyway, I'm going to walk between these two crypts here, get a better look at it, and show you all the top here. That's Curly Jerome Howard. About 3 steps inward to the left, first row is Larry Fine of the Three Stooges, 1902 to 1975. And there's also his wife to the left of him, and his son who died in a car accident. This is right across the street from Joe Besser in the Mausoleum. I really liked Larry. He was kind of a straight man most of the time, but he was really funny. He got a lot of abuse from Mo. You're looking at the grave of Joe Besser, and he was one of the Three Stooges, which there was actually 6 of them, as you know. Born in August 12, 1907, died March 1st, 1988. So he had pretty good longevity compared to some of the other ones. He brought the world love and laughter. He's married, buried with his wife, Ernestine, and she went right after him the next year, which is very common. I'm going to show you how to get to his grave, which is very difficult to find, even with information from Find a Grave. This is L4404 space 2A. There are some round concrete markers that give you an idea of where you're at, but the numbering scheme is very cryptic at best. And I'm going to go directly up to show you where you're at. You're almost perpendicular with the Court of Freedom Tower. And the big mausoleum is right here on the right, and that's where Larry Fine is buried also. We'll be going over there to find him. So basically park to the right of the Court of Freedom, and almost perfectly off of the Court of Freedom Tower, go in about, what is it, 10 rows? Something like that, 7, 8 maybe, and you'll find Joe Besser. I'm at the grave of Curly Joe DeRita, the last Stooge. Born 1909, died in 1995, so he had a real good run. When you pull into the cemetery, you're going to make a quick right and come around a corner, and there's a monument to a soldier with a gun and a helmet. And right around the corner, look for the 338 on the side of the road on the ground. There's a big pine tree right in front of where he's at. And you will see Curly Joe DeRita, the last Stooge.